Yes. What's that word, gang? Welcome back to another stream, man. How y'all feeling tonight, bros? We tapping back into this Nolan Wells topic, man. There's been some updates and some breakthroughs. We got to get to it. We got to do some investigating. I feel like we did a pretty good job last night of keeping our foot on the, on the gas and really figuring out new information after new information. But we didn't really figure out what happened. So we jumping back into that today. If y'all got any topics y'all want me to tap into, feel free to drop them in the chat. And y'all know how we do. Once we get through the first topic, we'll get to the next. You know what I'm saying? Tap in with your boy though, man. Let's jump right in. We're gonna start with this law and crime video, man. Shout out to Sidebar with Jesse Weber, man. They be doing it. They my go-to news these days.
New layers to it. A lot of new updates in the strange death of a teen on a boat trip to celebrate July 4th. The mysterious circumstances surrounding him being left behind, his body eventually being found washed up on the shore of an island. They're only getting muddled right now. So we're going to sift through all of it and bring you the very latest. Welcome to Sidebar, presented by Law and Crime. I'm Jesse Weber. Look, you know, if you follow us here on Sidebar, we're always talking about the risks out there, the dangers. Have you ever thought about a data breach? You and your life. Coming back to a story that has been haunting this Mississippi community. This is a story that has captivated the country right now. We're talking about the death of 18-year-old Nolan Wells, a college athlete, a beloved son. He was a young man who police say just went out to celebrate the 4th of July on a barrier island with friends and never came home. Now, we were on this when that devastating news came in. You'll remember earlier this week, we spoke with a member of the United Cajun Navy, someone who was actually a part of that search for Nolan, in the air, searching, when the news came in that a Park Service ranger had discovered Nolan's body. And since then, there have been some big updates that we got to talk about. As a matter of fact, the case has gotten so much attention that even some notable names are weighing in, calling this case a tragedy, but praying for justice, praying for transparency. And also, this is interesting too, there is a judge with apparently a connection to this case who's now spoken out, looking to seemingly set the record straight on these rumors surrounding her family's connection or involvement. And now the case is being attached.
She a young judge, man. Shout out to her for becoming a judge. She in her 20s, maybe 30s. Shout out to her. Judge in her 30s. That's dope.
Surrounding her family's connection or involvement. And now the case is being attached to perhaps one of the most recognizable civil rights attorneys in the country, Ben Crump. Just recently spoke to ABC News, raised some serious questions about the handling of this case, is now representing Nolan's family. And all this while Nolan's body is being flown out of state for an independent autopsy, the results of which are potentially, reportedly, expected as soon as tomorrow. But I just want to take a moment here because a lot has happened and I want to try to get an understanding of it before we get into the new details. So this all started with that trip to Horn Island on the 4th of July. Now, if you're not familiar, Horn Island is this long, thin barrier island. It's about 10 miles off the coast of Mississippi. It's part of the Gulf Islands National Seashore, only accessible by boat. It's known as a spot where people like to go have some fun out on the water, especially on a holiday like the 4th of July. And that is exactly what authorities say 18-year-old Nolan Wells and a group of friends decided to do. That they apparently took out a private boat out to the island for the day, and something went wrong while he was out there. According to police, Nolan was last seen at around 3.
Yeah. 88, what's the word, brother? Welcome to the chat. Let me look a gunshot for you. My guy. Hey, we got You Love Perfect in the chat. What's the word, Miss Perfect? How you living? Hope all is well. We getting back into this Nolan Wells situation. We look a gunshot for you too. Yes, sir, Ski. Let's get it going. How y'all feeling tonight? Hope all is well.
8 p.m. on the northwest tip of Horn Island. His friends reportedly told searchers that he wanted to stay behind to talk to a girl, was planning to catch a ride back with another group. They ended up leaving, but when Nolan didn't return home, his mother reported him missing. Setting off this massive search involved multiple agencies, including the Jackson County Sheriff's Office, the United Cajun Navy. Now, we spoke with the Vice President of the United Cajun Navy, Brian Trasher, in our previous episode because he was part of the search. He was actually searching in the air when the news came in about Nolan.
Nicola, welcome to the chat, girlie. How you feeling tonight? Hope you feeling good. Better.
Nolan's body.
I saw the body from about 300 feet in the air, and I can tell you that it did not appear to be waterlogged. It was only in the water for a couple days, but nevertheless, the sheriff's office put out a statement saying that they had no reason to believe it was not Nolan.
Yeah, so a park ranger discovered this body in the water off the northwest tip of the island on July 7th. The family confirmed it was Nolan, but this is where things get complicated because since that time, the case has taken some turns. The questions have only deepened. And I want to talk about what is happening right now. And now I want to bring on somebody to help make sense of everything that's happening.
Nicole said, feeling better. 88 said, 300 feet in the air. What the fuck? You Love Perfect said, man, people so lost on this. Yeah, I'm not going to lie. I feel like this is going to be one of those situations that news is coming out every day and the pieces start getting put together because I do feel like there's somebody trying to sweep shit under the rug.
Joining me now, civil rights attorney, friend of the show, Joe Richardson. Joe, thank you so much for coming on. Particularly, I know you're at a conference, so you're very generous with your time. So, Joe, thank you.
Always good to be here with you, Jesse, always.
Thank you. I feel the same. So I want to start with the biggest development here, right? Arguably the biggest development. The family has hired Ben Crump, who is now representing them. He has been involved in some of the most high-profile cases in the country in the last few years, if you think about it, right? Representing the families of George Floyd, Trayvon Martin, Breonna Taylor. And he put out a statement this week that's getting, a lot of people's attention.
No funny shit. Aunt Hefe look like this nigga. This is how Aunt Hefe gonna look in like 10 years. My son Aunt Hefe, I told y'all he look like an African uncle. Shout out to Ben Crump though. Ben Crump gonna figure out what's going on. Ben Crump gonna bring justice. Hopefully.
And I want to read part of it. Quote, "We've been retained by the family of Nolan Wells, a beloved son, teammate, and friend, who went out to celebrate the 4th of July and never came home. The wide receiver at Southwest Mississippi Community College was preparing to return for the upcoming football season and would have turned 19 next month. His family deserves answers. They deserve the truth. We will not rest until every fact about what happened to Nolan on Horn Island is brought into the light, and we call on investigators to pursue this case with the urgency and transparency this family deserves." Now, Crump also spoke with ABC News and revealed that Nolan's body is being flown to Washington, D.C. for an independent autopsy, saying the family has concerns about the investigation being handled in the state of Mississippi. Joe, before I even go to the independent autopsy, why hire a lawyer?
Because of all of the things that you don't know. Things happen very quickly as it pertains to a death. And gosh forbid there's something to hide. We're not saying that that's the case. But if there was something to hide, after an autopsy and you put that body in the ground, the body's not going to tell you any tales. And so we'll talk more about the autopsy, but that's one of the things that an attorney will do is get you a private autopsy. In the case of Ben Crump, he's also going to get you the attention that's going to ask questions that will put pressure on the powers that be, as it were, the people that are supposed to investigate thoroughly, etc. Because there are unanswered questions, you have to do the best you can to get to a place where you have every question answered that can be answered. You're not there, but is every question answered that can be answered? If the answer is no, and you can find an attorney that can draw attention as well as investigate.
Nicole said, is he famous? 88 said he's high profile. Talking about the attorney? Yeah, he's a high profile attorney. 88 said, I advised last night for the B-boys. I say it for the parents. Get an attorney. You definitely said that, bro. You did say that. You said get an attorney. I was just torn on that because if I'm just a nigga who my friend died, like I have nothing to do with it and shit, then like I wouldn't be thinking about an attorney. But I guess once you know you're being targeted as the person who did that, then yeah, you got to get an attorney. I get that.
Direct traffic, point at things, as well as address it with the media, then that's what you do.
Does this signal to you that either the family, the friends, they believe that something's not right with this investigation, or is it just to cover your bases? They know it's getting a lot of attention. This, like you said, Ben Crump is a renowned figure in the legal industry.
You Love Perfect said Javon, the older black kid who was on the island, who was Nolan's childhood friend, who also took the picture on the boat when it was the three white boys and Nolan, which made him for my bad. It's a little mosquito I'm trying to kill. Picture on the boat was three white boys, Nolan, which made him 4. Javon was initiated. What? Hold up. Jim, and then Nicole said that usually happens when one black person is hanging out with many white folks. Something bad happens to the black person. Y'all should learn, at least go with another black person, etc. Yeah, but like you would think, like if you got a group of white friends, you should be able to go with them and not have to watch your back, right? If these your friends, like we call them, you're not just going out with a random white group of people you don't know and trusting them with your life. These is like your friends. Like you go to school with them. They probably on the same football team and shit like that. You know? I tell you, I've been hiking with my white friends for sure. I've been the only person hiking with my white friends before. I ain't gonna lie. You say was initiated in the brother's hood. Wait, Nolan, wait, hold on. Let me read this again, because Javon, the other black kid who was on the island, who was Nolan's childhood friend, who also took the picture on the boat when it was the three white boys and Nolan, which made him 4. Jason was initiated in the brother's hood. That's what you're saying? So you saying initiated into a gang? Like these niggas was turning blood? What happened? Perfect. These niggas was turning blood? Niggas was coming home? 88 said, I'm sticking to my thesis. If it was his friends, it wasn't malicious. If it was other people he didn't know, it might be. Nicole said, this has not been the first case, so people should learn from others and not wait for it to happen to you. I hear you. 88 said, where's the tennis racket, sir? I got it. It's over here. This shit's over here. See, I was going old school. I ain't want y'all niggas to think I was about to, you know what I'm saying, go back and forth. I ain't want y'all to think I be on the net looking for love. I'm a tennis ball. You heard what Drake said. You heard that Drake lyric. Nigga said, you hit the net for some love. You a tennis ball. Javon suck. Whoop. Chill. Nah. Yo. You love perfect. You coming. Listen. You coming with some shit. We gonna have to see what's up with this. You love perfect said Javon sacrifice Nolan. Nah, chill. You coming with some shit. Yo. I'm gonna YouTube that and see what they talk about. Let me see. Look, this 88 talk about this. Let me see. Hold on. Javon sacrificed Nolan. Hold on. Let me just YouTube this. Cause you saying some shit right now that is like, yo, man, I can't believe y'all saw that. Let's see. We're gonna see. Let's tap it real quick. I'm not naive. I know these things happen. Niggas do get sacrificed and shit like that. But is this one of those incidences? We gotta know. They said Nolan's black friend broke his silence? Hold on. Javon, let me see. Try to find me I know you must have saw a YouTube video on this, Miss Perfect. I know you must have seen this somewhere. You had to catch it somewhere. I'm gonna try to find it. Was Nolan Wells sacrificed? Who told you that Nolan Wells was murdered? Now I ain't see. You gotta give me a link. We gotta do some research on that one. We're gonna get to it. Who's quoting Drake? I'm quoting Drake because that's what Drake. Because 88 said 88 asked me about the tennis pole, the tennis racket. He said you said Nicole said who's quoting Drake? You Love Perfect said y'all don't get it. That's why it was no help for my people. I barely trust people, so anything can happen. Now, that was Nicole said, I barely trust anything people say anything can happen. Nicole said, no, y'all get some knowledge. Put me on. Put me on. Put me. Listen, I'm here. Put me on, and I will. I'll tap in. Put me on though. Like, you gotta put me on though. You know what I'm saying? It's no post on YouTube. All right. So basically, you the first. This is you jacking that. Basically, you jacking that. The friend sacrificed him. I want to know how you got to that though. You got to walk us through that. Nah, don't say never mind. Don't say never mind. Walk me through it. I'm with you. I'm here. We here. We don't judge. We listen. We listen. We don't judge. Let me know. I just want to know how you like what made you come to that conclusion. You know what I'm saying?
You wonder if he has back channels with law enforcement, his own sources, if he can put pressure on law enforcement or the prosecutor's office or who. And I'm not saying that there's a crime that has been committed, but is this signaling to you that something is not right, or the family believes something is not right?
Yeah, I think that could very well be the case. I mean, Ben Crump, he's nationally known. I've seen him in San Bernardino down the street from me. But where people got to know him on a national standpoint is in Florida, where he's from. But he's got connections to the South, of course, deep connections to the South, went to school in the South, has handled cases in Mississippi, et cetera. So it would make sense that Ben Crump or somebody like him would be able to press buttons right away and start to ask the right questions and to pull on the right resources, make the right calls in terms of understanding what's out of sorts about an investigation. So it's not only trying to get at what we believe may be the truth or whatever we can know about it, but is anything being done differently than how it would normally be done? So he brings to the table all of those types of things.
Legally, can a lawyer file something with the court or file something to put pressure on law enforcement or to direct law enforcement to release it?
Well, one thing for sure, they don't even know how his death occurred right now. Like, that's one thing for sure. You know what I'm saying? But we don't even know how his death occurred and shit. So, you know what I'm saying? Hold on, y'all.
At what we believe may be the truth or whatever we can know about it, but is anything being done differently than how it would normally be done? So he brings to the table all of those types of things.
Legally, can a lawyer file something with the court or file something to put pressure on law enforcement or to direct law enforcement to release information to the family?
I think that you have to look at whether and to what extent the powers that be here, I believe it's going to be the state of Mississippi as of right now, is not doing what it would normally do. If there's something that's not being made available as quickly as it would normally be, the key is entities get in trouble for not following their own rules, right? So what's really important is to make sure that they are following their own rules. And to the extent that you're asking for something that maybe there's some gray area about, release the tape. Release, a lot of times we might be talking about body cam when it's talking about police and things like that. We're far enough along where there are often specifics related to those rules. But if there's gray area where there's no specific prohibition on releasing something, releasing some information, doing X or Y or Z, and the police or the investigators aren't doing it, then maybe that's what the media attention helps to do, particularly if, the shoe's on the other foot now. Often when people get pulled over or when people deal with police, they say, well, if you've got nothing to hide, let me search the car. So now here are people saying, authorities, if you have nothing to hide, be as transparent as you can possibly be within the law to let us know everything we can know about what happened.
Is this also, and I'm not saying this is a motivation for the family, but is there also a potential that you hire a firm like this to start to see whether or not there is a framework for potential lawsuit?
Absolutely. No doubt about it. Because what Ben Crump and the Ben Crumps of the world are going to do, and what we all try to do, is find out where the holes are. Here are the holes. Here are the things that we don't know that we ought to. There might be some things that we will never know because we weren't there. But what are some things that are out of sorts that we can figure out and things that we know we can't figure out? And the question becomes, to the extent that they can, why aren't the authorities, the investigations, et cetera, filling all of that in? not to get ahead of ourselves, depending on what you're going to be asking about, but there's also the element that one of these kids' mom is
Somebody drilling like a motherfucker upstairs. I'm hearing some crazy motherfucking drilling right now.
judge.
Yeah, I do want to talk about that.
Okay.
I mean, downstairs. I'm hearing some.
Yeah, so, and she's put her toe in the water too. So there's a lot of powerful people dealing with it. That's why as much attention that can be brought to it is really.
All right, I got some. I went on mute. I'm back. I went on mute. We about to we gonna see. We gonna get some links and we gonna figure this out. We gonna get the deeper, darker secrets. We gonna do the math and the science on this.
Important, but you want to understand whether and to what extent there may be legal rights that were infringed on, or something that might be actionable.
I want to ask about this independent autopsy. Why conduct an independent autopsy? Why order one? Why do it outside of Mississippi? So this is a significant move. The state medical examiner already reportedly performed an autopsy on July 7th. Now, officials say those results could take a couple of weeks because they're doing toxicology and other testing. But Crump has indicated that the independent autopsy results are expected as soon as tomorrow. And in speaking with ABC News, Crump said, "We're trying to be very transparent because the family has some concerns about the state of Mississippi doing an investigation. We have investigators talking to witnesses that have no alignment or no allegiance to the state, and that's important." What's going on here, Joe?
I think they're looking both ways before they cross the street. One of the biggest pieces of evidence is the body. Not to sound morbid or whatever, but there's a chance that if a drowning is being alleged and there's trauma that's inconsistent with the drowning, then we know that that raises more questions and that creates more problems. There's also an argument that perhaps the state of Mississippi, depending on what may have happened, depending on what they suspect may have happened, that they can't necessarily prove one way or the other, they may be incentivized to close the book. I've dealt with cases where you're trying to uncover information and you're dealing with a coroner or you're dealing with investigators, fire investigators, et cetera, fill in the blank. When something fits a narrative and they put it away, they do that.
And the family knows something wrong. The family call it. You see, the family got extra investigations going on and shit like that. So the family know what's up. The family knows something wrong and all that. Like, they're not sleeping with this. They're not just letting this shit rock. 88 is. You meant to say I would recommend a third party private autopsy on all loved ones. On even no matter what happens, you would automatically recommend that. I dig it. Only if it's like a weird death though.
We would love to say, oh, we'll leave no stone unturned, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. But that's not always the case. So what's the best way to be sure that you've uncovered all of the information you possibly can? I think it's because you do, and that's why you need to do an independent autopsy, so that there is a scenario under which, and we're talking about the Deep South, we're talking about a very charged political time, we're talking about one black kid with several white kids. There is a scenario under which there could potentially be something to hide, and someone may choose sides in that regard. But the body itself, theoretically, could at least allay some concerns about how one may have died, et cetera. And it might be said that you certainly get information quicker. That question, that might be consistent with what...
But that's a point, right? How can you get information quicker if the state examination is like, we can't definitively conclude what happened until we do this additional testing? That's why it's going to take some weeks. Couldn't an argument be, well, if you have an independent autopsy and they're coming with results tomorrow, it's not as thorough, or am I looking at it the wrong way?
I don't think you're looking at it the wrong way. I think that there's an argument for that, but I also think that you get what you pay for. That independent autopsy.
You get what you pay for. Even he's saying it right there. Like, so you could get a cheap third-party autopsy, or you could pay top dollar for an autopsy and have them really check extensively. Like, they taking out every organ, making sure they looking. You know what I mean? They doing their due diligence. Whatever it takes, whatever it means to do your due diligence during the autopsy type shit.
Is not cheap. That's why most people don't get it. There's a whole lot of people that don't want to believe what the coroner said about this or that thing.
Well, you got to have it to say who cares the cost. But yeah, if you got the money, then you definitely don't care. Now, if you don't have the money, then, they say if you got to ask how much it is, then, it's probably something that, you probably can't afford. So, you know how it be. Nicole said, I'm asking, damn.
I had a case recently.
Tell them, Nicole. Everybody ain't just walking around slinging millions, right?
where I've got the coroner as it pertains to manner of death that's going along with what happened here out in the field, and deferring to what happened with the investigators, what the investigators said, including a person's past history. So a lot of things can figure in where perhaps you get the same information, but there are certain things that you can get quicker. The independent autopsy is not going to tell you everything right away either, but you might be able to get some indications a bit quicker than you would if you were going the public route. So here, there's both that are going on. People would, may argue, oh, if it's quicker, then obviously it can't be good information. But on the other side, there are those of us that may believe in a worst case scenario that if it's public information with people that might have something to hide or people that are connected to people of influence, then maybe we can't be as sure as we would like to be about what the result is.
And it at least provides the family with some answers and a potential path of inconsistency with what the state medical examiner has. So I want to talk about something else. You mentioned it, the judge. There is a judge who is apparently directly connected to this case.
This right here is important. Yo, and that judge looked mad young. Did y'all see how old the judge looked? The judge like she in her 30s.
Now broken her silence. We're talking about Chancery Judge.
Look, she like she in her 30s, right? Like, man, your judges be hella old. So I was kind of taken aback by this.
Ashley Cole, whose son was one of the friends out on the boat trip with Nolan, posted a lengthy statement on Facebook saying, quote, "Our son loved Nolan dearly. Unfortunately, I feel that it is appropriate for our family to dispel some rumors with facts based upon the social media attention that is being diverted away from the Wells family and their loss. Our son was interviewed by the Jackson County Sheriff's Department and cooperated fully. He saw Nolan last at around 3 p.m. on July 4th. They left around 4:30 p.m. when the boat was taking on water and they had an issue with the bilge pump. Nolan made a decision to stay on the island and return inland later with another group of friends. My family is hopeful that this information will help to redirect the attention to the Wells family, their grief, and their need for our community's support." Joe, first of all, this is a judge, right? Second of all, didn't have to make a statement, made a statement, and gave some very specific details about the last or some of the last movements and activities.
That was hot to me. Like, she had to get out. I mean, at the end of the day, if somebody's like blaming your son, saying your son might have had something to do with it, and you are a sitting judge, I guess you gotta say something. Maybe, like, I guess you gotta make a statement. But I'm not gonna lie, this is sus, bro. This shit's suspect. And every judge in the county know her. They all friends, and they probably like be over to eat at each other's cribs and shit. Every judge in that whole state, they not gonna say state, but that city, they all know each other. You know what I'm saying? So I can't trust this shit, gang. This shit need to be, you need to bring judges from outside the state and shit like that to make sure that, like, this is a fair shake.
Of Nolan. What do you take away from it?
The judge is putting her toe in the water. Judges often go out of their way not to make public statements because they're judges. And it is interesting that she's making this statement. And I would give you 10-1. Jackson County is probably a small enough place, figuratively, if not literally, where I will give you 10-1 that she knows, or the prosecutor. She knows the prosecutor knows her. She knows.
Exactly. See what I'm saying? Like, bro, I'm telling. I be knowing what I'm talking about, bro. I ain't watched this video before I got on here with y'all. We watching this together for the first time.
Knows investigator, investigating agency, or the investigating agency knows her, and she knows the coroner's agency, or the coroner's agency knows her. So when you put all of that together, and I'm the family of this deceased, that doesn't necessarily put me at ease. I think there's two things that you can agree with right now between those families and those parents. I don't believe either of them wanted the son dead, okay? And I believe that they both understand that the judge doesn't want her kid to go to jail either. So all of this is going on, which makes transparency related to the investigation all the more important. And even though she framed it as something that would divert attention back to the family, she's talking about the family's grief. She's not talking about the family's justice.
88 said it costs 10 to 20. I say, well, in most cases, a lawyer is working with me for free till they win, right? then take their money at the end and cover a private investigation. Yes, the lawyer can get paid after the win, after he wins the case. Ageist? You said I'm ageist? No, I'm just saying, like, she looks mad young. I'm giving her a compliment. Nicole said, yes, but you know how Botox make you look too young, look young too. It could be Botox or it could be natural. I don't see the Botox. 88 says, so I wouldn't make a statement. However, my lawyer would on my behalf. You Love Perfect said, y'all please pray for discriminatory. Wait. Oh, discreet. What you trying to say there? Discreetment? You know when you around people like this. Yeah, we do. Nicole said, do you remember the case where the black lady went to her friend's house? They were all white except her and she died. Yeah, everybody was talking about that one yesterday. Shit crazy. White, Nicole said, sent flower state 200 jewels. Oh, I can't see that. What's that? I mean, oh, discernment. My fault. Yeah, you're right. Discernment. Yeah, we do got to keep our discernment. We got to stay conscious. Stay woke. What they say? Stay woke. Niggas creeping. Stay woke. Your friends be creeping. In this situation, you know what I'm saying? His friends was creeping on him. Type shit. That's fucked up. Even the ones defending it. Yeah. Oh, that's a gift. Oh, shout out to you. Why didn't pop up on that thingy? Oh, we got one. Oh, let's see it. Hey. Thanks for the jewel. How I do? Oh, love it. I see it in the thing. It says fan funding. That's fiery. I had like 1,000 points. Hey, appreciate it. Y'all send me them things. Send me them things too. If y'all got them, send me those. If y'all got points, send me them points. Appreciate y'all.
So there's a difference there in terms of what it is that's happening. How you see things depends on from where you sit. And I don't think she had to put her toe in the water at all. She decided to, but I think that says a lot as well, potentially.
Didn't you think it was interesting? Another group of friends. He went with another group of friends.
Yeah, it's on them.
I thought that was interesting.
Yeah, potentially on them. And so, but did he leave the other group of friends his cell phone? If that's true, what they reported is that somehow they showed up, the group of friends that left him showed up with his cell phone. Now, they say it's a pretty remote place and there's not a lot of service out there. I don't know how well your cell service works or whatever, but it seems like to me, I'd keep my cell phone. If I have a 19.
You not feeling them, 88? You not feeling them, 88? 88 said, who's this clown? Talking about the black dude? It's a Jules. I don't know what's that, but it appeared and sent you some. That's fire. I need that. We need all those. Send all those. We appreciate it.
18-year-old kid, whether I thought it was going to work or not, it wouldn't occur to me to leave. So that's
send me
the
hypes
biggest
too.
question.
If y'all got any hypes in the joint, I don't know if you can send a hype about somebody live, but send me hypes after the video go live.
Right now, it's actually it's circumstantial evidence. If that.
88 said these guys need to push an agenda to make money and get views. You think law and crime is trying to push her agenda right now? Yeah, the black dude's a clown.
It's not.
I don't know. He is.
Stuff like that. Why did this kid leave them the cell phone if that's what actually happened? I wasn't there. So it leads to some very interesting questions. And when you put all of that together, now I can see both sides of the coin as to why Judge Mom might want to put her toe in the water.
Let's get into where law enforcement is with all of this. So the Jackson County Sheriff's Office, they put out an updated press release and asking anyone who was on or near Horn Island on July 4th to come forward if they have any original, unedited photos or videos that were taken around that time. The Sheriff's Office even said even information that may seem insignificant could prove valuable to investigators. We encourage anyone with firsthand knowledge to come forward. And the sheriff also noted that there are no surveillance cameras on Horn Island. So that makes any footage being captured or capturing anything at all more valuable. Joe, what does this tell you that the Sheriff's Office is now putting out that appeal? What are they hoping to find? You tell me.
Well, I thought it was interesting to me, and maybe it means nothing to someone else, or maybe it means nothing to them, and it's nothing to be alarmed at. But they're asking for just firsthand information, quote, firsthand information, photos, things like that, photos, videos. But right now, I don't know that you want to be discriminate about the information that comes in. It's your job to sort through it. And if not for any other reason, then all of the transparency that the circumstances now require. Okay. Just like going to court, if I'm going to court, hearsay might not get in. It might not be admissible, but it is discoverable. Maybe if one of these kids' girlfriends heard one of these guys say something, one of these girlfriends' friends said, "Oh, I've got regrets." That would be something
88 want to fight the black guy. He don't even know the nigga name.
to follow up on, even though it's not firsthand. So right now, we can talk about firsthand information later, but anybody that's got anything to say, when you put out a dragnet for information, in my opinion, you don't tell people, just give me this type of information, because you are the investigating agency and you can decipher and discern what's good, what's not, what you can follow up on. And I think that with a lack of cameras, with a lack of a lot of the firsthand information.
Nah, I don't know. This nigga, he do seem like he's just chatting. But 88, how you want to fight something you don't even know nigga name? Like, how you want to get it shaking with the nigga you don't even know his name? Nigga? Shit, slap that nigga and keep it moving. You don't even got to shake with him.
That you may have.
All right, let me see. We gonna get into this Steady Nash, man. Steady Nash. Let's see if Steady Nash got any underground shit. He might. Let's see if Steady Nash know anything about what You Love Perfect was talking about.
Police investigating video of Nolan Wells' alleged argument on Horn Island before a Mississippi teen went missing. Miami police are...
I'm waiting for The Truth Is to come out with a video. I know for a fact The Truth Is, when he drop a video, he gonna discuss some of the possibilities that You Love Perfect was talking about earlier. You know what I'm saying? I already know. When the nigga the Truth Is do a video on it, his direction gonna be totally different. So we're gonna wait for that.
Are said to be investigating a video that allegedly shows a heated argument before Mississippi teen Nolan Xavier Wells
My boy 88 said he with all the shenanigans.
went missing and was later found dead. As his grandfather said, there's nothing right about this. The 18-year-old star football player vanished during 4th of July on a boat trip with friends Saturday, and a body, which authorities said matched his description, was found Monday morning. Wells was last seen around 3 p.m.
And he said, listen, not a fan of SETI, but the last guy was a jester. What a jester means again? Like a buster? Like pussy? Nicole, I want all the smoke. 88 want all the smoke with this nigga.
Saturday, talking to a girl at the north end of Horn Island, a popular barrier island about 10 miles off the Mississippi Gulf Coast, the Cajun Navy Jackson County Sheriff's Department said. Let me see if we got any more, and we absolutely do. So you can see right here, this is him that same day with alcohol. Once again, for those who don't know, alcohol, boats, black people who are typically buoy deficient, that shit don't mix. But anyways, law enforcement have been looking into a viral clip circulated online which appears to show several people having an intense argument near the shoreline. TMZ reported. It sparked speculation that the tense moment could be connected to Wells' disappearance. I'll play that for y'all right here.
I ain't gonna front though. You Love Perfect came through the chat last night and put us on to this early. We was one of the first niggas to see this and know about this because You Love Perfect had came into the chat last night and gave us a video. You know what I'm saying? Sent it through and all that. And so listen, she might be ahead of shit and we might be asleep. Let's just keep that as an option. Cause she did come through last night. Right, 88, am I lying? Came through last night, said, look at how the parents is in one boat, they over there in another boat, and you can see them looking at them. That's how you know what conversation. She was on that shit early. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just waiting for The Truth Is to drop the video. I know he gonna have a good one. And you're right, she put us onto this. Facts. Geez, drunk teen boys arguing, go figure. Yeah, they shouldn't have been drinking at all though. For real, because if you on a boat and you're gonna be swimming, like you're gonna do any type of real swimming in like water that could trench, like, yeah, that shit, it's dangerous. We might need to learn something, brother. Facts, yeah. Nicole, new subscriber, came into the chat, going crazy, came into the chat. We was in the middle of like Discovery, and she just came and gave us the piece of the puzzle and just boom, like, nah, look, I was just watching this, all that type of shit. Jazz from last night was logical, in my opinion. Yeah, I'm rocking with. Shout out to Jazz. Hopefully she jump on too. She was she. I ain't gonna lie. You could tell she felt strongly on the topic.
Y'all can see what it says, and it essentially says Nolan Xavier Wells has been missing, and we know, unfortunately, he died. Then it says, however, authorities have not confirmed that the footage is authentic or whether the people seen in it have any connection to the college students.
It's just like
Jackson
88.
County Sheriff.
Right, 88 be hella logical, right? Yeah, 88 stay giving links, facts. But that's why 88 definitely like. That's why 88 said he liked Jazz from last night, cause nigga, 88 is always on some super logical shit. Like, it gotta be whatever, which I fuck with too, cause I'm logic over feelings all day. So I fuck with that. 88 said some guy got mad at me last night for making too logical of points. He was a fun chatter though. Yeah, he was cool. Shout out to him. Hopefully he pop in tonight. Everybody welcome back.
John Ledbetter said that Will's friends had left the island and gone back without him, ABC News reported. From what we understand.
Nah, we was busting in the chat last night, low key. I told y'all, niggas had me feeling like Castanet. Oh, you sent the video? You love perfect back in the chat. I got you.
He chose to stay there, Ledbetter added. Then it says, Ledbetter said in a statement released Tuesday afternoon that officers want to speak with anyone who observed or heard an argument, disturbance, or any unusual activity while on the island that day. Meanwhile, the family of the teen who played as a wide receiver at Southwest Mississippi Community College said they were seeking answers. So I wanted to wait on this to give more shocking, damning evidence, pro or anti Nolan Wells, and all I can do is find this Ben Crump shit, and I dice it up so y'all can kind of pay attention to how he's telling the timeline in the span of 24 hours and see if you can't catch the thing, because nobody ever asks who the hell the other friends were. But maybe I'm wrong. Let's see.
Asked to turn over his cell phone to the Mississippi law enforcement authorities, but even that is troubling to them because they're saying messages that were deleted from his cell phone, so they want to try to dot every I and cross every T.
Can you clarify for us what was going on with his cell phone?
Yeah, and that's something that's really troubling to his family as well. You know, the guys on the boat, they said Nolan stayed, but they took his cell phone. That's not adding up to them.
So it's all about a cell phone. Got it. Missing messages. Got it. There's a theme here. There was a belief that he had essentially traveled with, or stayed with, not traveled with, but stayed with a girl. So we're hearing already two different stories. He stayed with another group of friends, or he stayed with a girl. But the story just keeps on unfolding in different ways. And I know y'all liked how I put both of those back to back, so let's do it again. Roll it.
Investigate everything. They said it's very improbable that Nolan would not have wanted his cell phone with him if he was going to stay on the island.
Mm-hmm. There are no cell towers on Horn Island because it is a protected, uninhabited part of the Gulf Islands National Seashore. Visitors should expect little to no cell service across the island. So the cell phone doesn't really matter in that essence and in that sense until he got back there, meaning to the main island. Just wanted to put that out there because there's so much shit to be said about he could have called.
All right, so I did find the video. That You Love Perfect was referencing. Let me see. I did. Now, let me see how long is this video. Oh, it's 38 minutes. But all right, this is shorty right here. This is definitely deep right here. This is deep. I'm gonna do the science on this, and then you know what I'm saying, we might bring it to the public. Let's see what's up.
Called somebody and all that. Yeah, there wasn't no service on that island, but that doesn't excuse him for not having his phone with him. But I could.
Well, I ain't gonna lie. You less likely to if there's no service on the island and your phone is useless. Now you still gonna want to take videos and do TikToks and record shit and all that. You know what I'm saying? You still gonna want to do all that. So, you know what I mean? We can't just say because he ain't had no service.
Absolutely hear him basically saying, hey, take my phone because I don't want this shit to get wet or whatever.
Y'all had fun last night. Idiot said, and Nicole said, oh, you have his IG that fast. Last night was great. My IG is my name. Oh, you have IG. Last night was great chat. Great new folks with good info on good topics. I missed last night. I see. Was it only friends on the boat, or was there a captain driving the boat? I don't know. We're gonna see.
Just putting that out there.
The deleted text messages on his phone. His parents found that. Who found that out?
No, well, they got his phone, so they're trying to figure out there's deletions on the phone, and they're trying to look at what is that about.
The fact that then when the family gets the cell phone back, Lindsay, they're saying they are trying to understand why they're deleted messages. And so it's very
That's suspicious. Why is there deleted messages? Huh? Why is there deleted messages? He ain't do it. Don Lemon, it's on site. Nah, you can't be on have beef with Don Lemon, gang.
concerning to them.
And we know that Nolan was a great athlete on the football field. Do we have any sense of how comfortable he was around water and boats?
You know, his father said he was an elite athlete, that he prided himself on his physical prowess. He said that his son could swim, and so they're just...
Don Lemon not gay, nigga, is he? He might be. I could be wrong. Is Don Lemon gay? Shout out to Don Lemon. And why you want to fight him and his husband? You trying to like, you know, if they catch you and beat you up, you know what they're going to do, right? And it's 2 versus 1. Pause. I don't even like that 2-on-1. I don't even like how that sound for you. I don't like that for you, 88.
just not accepting that Nolan drowned accidentally.
I'm telling you.
I'm going to get hate for this, but it is what it is. Can we point out the fucking obvious? He was underage drinking, 18 years old. You're in Mississippi, which is right by goddamn Louisiana, who didn't fully say you had to be 21 until you can drink until 1994 or 96, whatever the hell it is. Anyways, and that was only upheld by the...
Bro, fighting a gay man is scary, nigga. But I'm definitely betting on you, though. For sure, I got you. Ain't you like 6'8" or something, nigga? I'm betting on you.
Louisiana Supreme Court, because the Fed said we're going to start withholding funds and all this shit in 1984 or 86 when it started to become the age of consent to drink, or the age requirement to drink liquor was 21. So let me understand this. 18-year-olds drinking, underage drinking. Big Crump is going to talk about a toxicology report. No, he's not going to do that. No, I just lied. An autopsy?
We have been
88 talking shit over here in the chat. Nigga said anybody can get it.
retained to represent the family of Nolan Wells to lead an independent investigation. So we will be conducting an independent autopsy where his family has asked for that, and so we're having Nolan's body flown to Washington, D.C. to be able to have a doctor do a independent autopsy that has no affiliation with Mississippi law enforcement officials, because they think that's very important, because they are concerned about making sure they get to the truth of what happened, and that it's not influenced by anything with some of the people who were on that boat.
Beyond the headlines, have the Wells family said how they would like Nolan to be remembered?
Yeah, everybody, not only his parents, but the whole community, his teachers, his coaches, the people at his college, they're saying he was just a great guy. Always trying to be supportive, be encouraging, wanted to make the world a better place. His mother talked about his smile.
Is there a possibility that somebody was jealous? That somebody was jealous of this nigga because he was a basketball, like he was a star type shit? Is You know what I'm saying? Is there a possibility? I know there's a whole bunch of theories. There's a lot of theories on this shit, but is that a theory? Like somebody was jealous of this nigga?
And she's like, she doesn't know when she's ever gonna smile again.
So many inconsistencies going on, and so we're going to have with our investigators and our associates, we're going to list all the inconsistencies down. We just got onto the case yesterday, so we have been staying up late with the family, talking to friends, talking to people who were there on that 4th of July, trying to piece together what really happened to Nolan Wales.
Now we get into the mysterious of how the damn judge stepmama had to step in, said some shit online, then deleted it. This thing got more goddamn curves and turns than a snake trying to get after your ass.
88 said, I think race would play a role to others inside his friend group along with other factors, eh? Yeah, I feel like it too. You Love Perfect says she don't think that race that had nothing to do with it. You Love Perfect says she didn't think race not had nothing to do with it. She thinks it's a deeper, darker situation, some Illuminati type shit. You know what I mean? Masonry type shit. Apparently they into all of that shit out in this where they at, Mississippi and all that.
New details emerge in Nolan.
We know the Masons exist. One thing we do know is that the Freemasons exist. All these groups of people, all these groups that, be doing things that we not aware of. You know what I'm saying? Listen, if you listen to The Truth Is, then you already know. The Truth Is be having topics for days, gang. Right, 88, some ritual type shit, right? That's what You Love Perfect says. She think that it's some ritual type shit. You know what I'm saying? She think it's some Masonic type shit going on. You know what I'm saying? So if it's that, I wouldn't know, because I don't know. I don't keep up with all of that stuff type shit until I see a video from a nigga like The Truth Is, and then he break it down and do the science for us, and then we get a chance to look at it and be like, do we think this could be a possibility or what? You know what I'm saying? So I'm waiting for one of them good videos that's going through the science for me, because I don't know enough to do the science. We could do the science for real, honestly. Like if somebody got a video that even lead us in the right direction, because I got a video over here, but it's long as fuck. It's 38 minutes, and Shorty not even on camera. She just playing with cards and shit. I will fuck with it, but there's some shit I'll watch off stream.
Case Judge Ashley Cole breaks silence amid growing online speculation. Judge Ashley Cole has spoken publicly after days of online rumors surrounding the death of 18-year-old Nolan Wells. In a Facebook statement, the Mississippi judge said she had deactivated her social media accounts because she feared for her children's safety as false claims spread online. Cole also confirmed that her son Warren was one of Will's friends and said he has fully cooperated with investigators. She urged people to focus on facts instead of speculation while the investigation continues. Judge Ashley says Nolan Wells chose to stay on Horn Island as investigated.
88 said, Nicole said, yeah, okay. 88 said, well, I'm going to say with more sass, yeah, okay. 88 said, you need definitive facts to create science. That's true. 88, other than that, it's all speculative. Yeah, it's definitely, you know what I'm saying? It's speculative, but it's real. Like, we don't find out a lot of these other celebrities and all that other shit be into some other shit. You know what I'm saying? Let's keep it 100. Right? You know what I'm saying?
She continues, and we already heard that shit, and she basically said,
niggas be serving a different God, apparently, gang. You know what I'm saying?
Condolences to everybody, whatever, and all this shit. So I don't really see anything that basically says we should really trip off of this right now, but it is what it is. Deactivating your social media after you make a statement is never a good thing. But it says Warren was interviewed by the Jackson County Sheriff's Department and cooperated fully. He saw Nolan last around 3 p.m. on July 4th. They left around 4:30 p.m. when the boat was taking on water, and they had an issue with the bows pump. Nolan made a decision to stay on the island and return inland later with another group of friends. Cole also stressed that her family was not present at Horn Island that day and declined claims they had tried to influence the investigation. My husband and I were not at Horn Island at any point on July 4th. No one in our family is trying in any way to impede with the investigation by law enforcement or otherwise hamper the family and law enforcement's quest for answers. Then the brother decides somebody might be getting a little too close to the truth. And he decides, let me move this out the way. That might be too close. I think that can be all right here. Hopefully this doesn't mess with the sound. I'm the creator who said, I'm going to question the questions that need to be questioned to get the answers that everybody don't want to answer.
Apparently, me making videos about Nolan Wells has got me on their radar down there at Ocean Springs. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. I have been made aware that I am on their radar down there in Ocean Springs. And y'all know who I mean by they. Well, prepare to watch this, bitch, because I got some more heat for y'all. Check this shit out. Y'all know the judge, Ashley Cole, that released that bullshit-ass statement lying? She finna be sick of me. I got some heat on her. Listen to this shit. Somebody wrote in, they said...
88, you might as well make it be on site with you and this nigga, too, since you want to fight the Flamers.
So the kid whose stepmom is the judge, they talking about Ashley Cole. There was a huge suicide case in Ocean Springs a few years ago, and she told the grieving mother she was not allowed to post anything about it on social media. Aubrey Wyatt was the girl. So she's a horrible ass bitch. That's number one. They also said she also had a case where a mother told her she feared for her and her children's lives from her husband. So could they please meet at a police station to exchange their kids? Ashley Cole told her no.
What?
And guess what? That she met up with the husband and the husband shot and killed her at a Dollar General parking lot. Yeah, you ain't know I was gonna find that out, bitch. I got a mole in Ocean Springs. It's an old white man. Good luck trying to find him, ho. Everybody in Ocean Springs know about this case. Everybody know about the mom and the mom that met up with the husband that got shot because you told her she could not meet at the police station. Everybody know about that. You just a horrible ass bitch. And that's not all I got. Apparently, Wyatt's brother Ike is talking shit on Snapchat. Look at this shit. He says, I see you reposted this video, so I want to let you know what really happened. Can't be listening to all these black people saying his friends did something. He was with my brother, talking about Wyatt, because they got the same last name, that day on my boat, and he chose to stay. They know who the girl is. It happens at Horn all of the time. I don't know what he's referring to happening at Horn. I don't know. It says, these guys posting shit on TikTok are all worthless blacks.
Hey, no hate in the comments, man. We love everybody. Everybody cool. Everybody good. You know what I'm saying? It's all good, man. Let him do what he want to do. If he want to suck that, let him suck that. That's him. Somebody out there like it. You know what I'm saying? Let him. Listen, it's all good, man. This is what I always said growing up, man. We, as men, we should never be upset about the gay men because they just leave more women out there for us straight, like, you know what I mean? Straight men. Like, can't even be mad at them. Like, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? More. That's why there's more women on the radar, because half the niggas out here don't want women.
Who want nothing.
That's just it. And I ain't gonna say half, but like a third of men want other men. So like it's like it is what it is. It don't hurt the effort. You know what I'm saying?
Nothing but views. Nolan with
88 said, I don't support the movement, Jimmy. It's not speaking for me. Thank you. Now I'm speaking for me. I'm trying to get you in the movement. I'm trying to recruit you. We what they call that? We allies, gang. We don't have no beef. Like, you ain't gotta support it, but you just don't bash it. You know what I mean? Don't be like a hater. Don't hate.
Nolan basically lived at my house for the last 3 years. We would never do anything to him. Worthless blacks? Y'all don't know how I'm getting all this information, bitch. I told y'all I'm on you bitches' ass about Nolan, and I'm not letting up, ho. Worthless blacks? But y'all not racist. First of all, my mole down there, that...
Nicole said, and some women are gay too, so it's the same. Yeah, true. That's true. 88 said never. That's not nice, 88. 88. It's 2026, gang. Nigga, I don't give a fuck what year it is.
Old white man, he told me everybody in Ocean Springs is fucking racist. Every single person. He said, Artie, don't step a toe down here, bitch.
But what I said is facts too. Right? I like, nigga, they don't hurt us. The only thing is, I just don't like when it's like put on a big screen and like it's like what is it? Preached. It's like being taught to the kids. That part I don't like. It goes both ways. I don't care, man or woman. I feel you, 88.
Cause that shit will be gone. They are racist down here. You see, I'm fighting with.
But I don't mind seeing two women. Like, it's a different feeling when you see two women kissing than when you see the opposite. You know what I mean?
With everybody, I've been fighting with everybody down here my whole life because I'm not like them. This is what my old white man Mo told me that's down there. Oh yes! I know I'm already on y'all radar down there, and guess what, bitch? I never gave a fuck, bitch. You already know where I'm from. I'm from Philly. I never gave a fuck, ho. And I'm not letting up on you hoes' asses. Every little piece of information I get, I'm putting out on the internet on you bitches. Yeah.
Nah, do it. Put out the information. We want to know the information. You biased, Jimmy. Ow. You are saying they don't affect society. Two different lanes. I feel the same way, either or. Now, I'm not saying that nobody don't affect the society. I think you're taking me wrong. I definitely ain't say that, nigga. You ain't never heard me say they don't affect society. I feel like the youth, that's what I was trying to say when I said earlier, like, I would like the youth to not be in, like having to see these type of things, because then it guides them type shit.
Y'all shocked. You don't know how I got these messages. I got them all.
Here's what I believe happened. All those kids up there drinking and shit.
He said he from Philly, Nicole.
They're lying. They're lying to cover their own ass. If there was a whole entire other group, who is the other group? White people, y'all not thugs, y'all not gangsters, y'all ain't all that. And Nolan was a college student, so the gangster rules and all the gangbanger rules of snitching does not apply. Either they're gonna find out who the girl was, or they're gonna find out who the other friends were. This, to me, got drugs written all over it. It does. I think little dude might have OD'd or might have been on a binge or some shit. Now, I don't know this for sure, but my determination is basically based off of this. They're underage drinking and everybody is just acting like this shit is cool. It ain't.
Nah, but nigga, I drank when I was underage, and I ain't end up unalived. Like, I ain't just end up dead out of nowhere. Come on, man. What is said he's saying, bro? I don't get it. I don't know, man, what he mean by this. Like, he trying to say, like, the nigga got drunk and just died. 88 said he likes 2 for 20 on his calls. Yo, bro, I don't know what's up with Seti. What do you mean by this? He trying to say that because we saw him with a beer, that he got drunk and died himself. Like, it was no foul play.
I'm not saying the kid is a bad kid for underage drinking. When you black and you hanging around some white kids, bro, you have access to a bunch of shit that we typically don't. Growing up in the hood.
Nah, Nolan peoples had bread. If you could see, he was around. He wasn't in a bad neighborhood. Like, his family was doing well. It was well, you know what I mean? Doing well for themselves. Money making family in a great neighborhood. You know what I'm saying?
You got access to drugs, weed, pills, you know what I'm saying? Even that powdery substance. When you get around them white folks, boy, my daddy got a whole entire liquor cabinet. And my mama take these pills and drink this right here, this little substance right here. So you got access to psychotropics and you got access to alcohol when you hanging with the white folk. When you hang with the black folk, it's all about the weed and anyways, it just is what it is. Two different cultures mixing and mingling and all of this shit. Had I never kicked it with a couple of white girls at a baseball game, I would have never been drinking alcohol.
Yo, exactly, 88. I agree. These was his friends. These was niggas he been around before he knew. He knew these niggas. You know what I'm saying? Like, he knew these niggas. So, this was not like, oh, I just met y'all yesterday and then I'm going to some island with y'all. Like, no, y'all my friends. We've been hanging out for years. Your people know my peoples.
Oh, you feel me? I got peer pressure. But this ain't about city.
I believe they live in the same neighborhood. Nicole said people change and grow. And people make mistakes. That's true. But I hope they didn't do no prank shit or drug him or something and then he died. Like,
yes, this is a serious topic. Every content creator, let me make this emphatically clear for some of y'all who don't understand. If you guys take this route of accusing these young boys of shit that you don't have finite proof of, that you can't submit to the police, be prepared to be hit with a shit ton of lawsuits. Y'all messing with a judge. So, defamation of character, if they find some goddamn kids are being threatened and all this shit, and they can point directly at being you, being the person for all of this, I would be very, very careful and back the hell up. Make your speculations as much as you can, but please make sure that you place where your speculations are coming from, aka your sources. This is one of them cases.
I don't know, said. I don't know if I'm jacking your theory here today, buddy. But what I will say is, I'm gonna respond to the chat. People change and grow, but others are at the island. We don't know. That's where I put race into it, maybe. But not his homies. Long-term friendship doesn't mean it's always a good one. But they were friends and went to the island together, so it was on good terms. 88, if they were involved, I'd assume accident. Nicole, you need better friends. Yo! He said, if that's how you thinking, you need better friends. Be more positive. Nicole said, people are jealous of you on the low. That's that. Okay. I have good friends. I have just seen other cases. What are we talking? What you seen? We all seen stuff. That don't got nothing to do with reality.
Cases where y'all get this shit wrong, it's gonna end horribly in your pockets. But Nash, why would you say?
88 said, listen, them are boys. Maybe they fought and he fell, banged his head and died. Who knows though, right? Yeah.
Hey, little buddy been drinking, because at the end of the day, that's what we seen in pictures. They all were drinking. They all were hanging out. I don't think them little dudes killed that kid. I don't believe that. But I do believe those little dudes is covering their own asses. I believe something went on that if it came out, they're going to be looking at everybody in that group like, so y'all was doing drugs, huh? So y'all was partying with some extra shit, huh? So y'all was trying to act like y'all was 21, knowing good and damn well y'all wasn't. I don't know what happened. But eventually what did happen will come out. I think them deleted messages probably going to be from that broad. Oh, let me put that broad on, say it that way. Probably going to be from the girl that he was around basically on some illegal shit. It's college. They experiment with sex, drugs, and alcohol. It's college, bro. It's the same shit that we see them.
He said, where he get this drug thing from? He made it up. That's good. Plain and simple, nigga. Yo. Yo. Plain and simple, nigga. He made it up. He ran to the net with it. That's his theory for the night. Nigga was on drugs. That's his theory. Nigga, I don't think that nigga was on drugs, bro. I think that nigga if anything, they put him on drugs. They laced him and based him. Unfortunately, rest in peace to Nolan, man, because this is fucked up. The Wells family now, they don't got no answers. They gonna get some answers, though. They gonna get some straightening. You better believe that shit. They gonna get some straightening. This ain't going unanswered. They gonna understand. We gonna know if he died at the hands of somebody murdering him, or if he just died on an accident, or if he was too drunk or drunk. This nigga said he's saying drugs. We don't even know where he get this shit from. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna figure out all that, but the toxicology report would have already told you that. You know what I'm saying?
Movies like Van Wilder and all this shit. It's college. The access to all of this shit.
Bro, he made that shit up like shit, bro. 88 said, hey, maybe some dudes got mad him talking to that girl. I just don't think it was his homies. That's true. He was talking to that girl that they keep talking about, Katie or whatever the case may be. And but I don't know. Who knows? Maybe that was Katie was somebody's girl. Never know. Autopsy tells the truth. Nicole said, I hope they get answers because usually these cases don't get answers. Nah, but it's so much attention on it though, Nicole, that I feel like it's gonna be scrutiny if we don't get answers.
Hell, if you lived in the South, if you've been in the South, you know they outline one thing, they outline moonshine. You know who done drank moonshine? Damn near everybody. First time ever, last time ever I drank moonshine, kicking it with my white folks with the goddamn overalls on. But I piss gasoline.
But why would you be drinking moonshine on another island? Shit make no sense. No sense at all. Like, why would we be over here drinking moonshine and the vibe is not moonshine? He the only one drinking this moonshine? Never that. Like, this nigga just making shit up off the top of the dome.
Terrible story. We don't want to tell that one. But in all...
He coming off the top of his PZ dome with this shit, dog. Well, sometime initial verdict is right. The right decision. Facts. Nicole said, okay, let's wait for the answers. Can't wait. Me neither. Wait. Well, it would tell us, Jimmy, unless they are covering it up. Yeah, that's why they need that second, report for they need the family physician to do an autopsy so they can get the real. These kids are rich. They ain't drinking swill. Yeah, they not drinking no fucking moonshine. They probably drinking motherfucking tequila, all type of 1942s, Clase Azules. You know what I mean? Maybe even some Henny, because, you know what I mean? They trying to be black. Nicole laughing.
Honestly, bro, this has the makings of a party gone wrong. Maybe Lil Buddy did wander off. Maybe he did goddamn go for a swim and cramped up or something and all that. Maybe they did kill him. I don't know. But I do know that everything that's wrong is not being pointed out. Only half of it. We're not going to talk about the underage drinking. Why?
Who said they was getting jumped into blood earlier? Somebody said that shit earlier. They was getting jumped into blood or crip.
Why not? Why not? Y'all got a bunch of 18-year-olds on a boat with alcohol and nobody wants to question that right there? Where did the alcohol come from? Who sold it to them? Let's start asking those questions first. Subscribe to our bell to notify.
There were a lot of people there. Someone might come out, but maybe he thought he would swim from it. Bro, you nigga, maybe he thought he would swim from the island. That's like the type of shit that like acid to make you think. Like, what's them drugs that they say make you think you Superman? PCP. That's that Joe Budden. Joe Budden special. That's that Joe Budden special. 18 is the legal age to drink in Canada. Just saying. He was 18, but he wasn't in Canada, so it was still 21. He was in the States. Nicole, don't ask me no shit like that.
Sure to keep your people aware. Man, oh man.
All right, man. We're going to see. What's the next topic, gang? What we getting into next? We're going to swerve topics, see what's happening. Oh, what's this? Nolan Wells' friends speak out as family searches for answers. Did they really speak out?
An 18-year-old football player leaves for a 4th of July celebration with friends. Everyone comes home except him. 2 days later, his body is discovered near Horn Island off the Mississippi Gulf Coast. His family is devastated. Social media is demanding answers, and now one of America's most well-known civil rights attorneys, Ben Crump, has stepped in. But what really happened to Nolan Xavier Wells?
Breaking news, a body has been found on Horn Island near where missing 18-year-old Nolan Wells went missing. Search crews like this one you see here in the air have been searching for him for more than 40 hours now.
Picture going to the beach with your friends on a boat. You guys are having fun, enjoying yourself. 1 minute you're laughing, swimming, taking pictures, making memories, and the next, someone is gone. That's exactly what happened over the 4th of July weekend when 18-year-old Nolan Xavier Wells boarded a boat with friends headed to Horn Island, a barrier island off Mississippi's Gulf Coast. This should have been another summer fun vacation, but instead, it has become one of...
Maybe they was getting initiated into the Bloods. My son got his motherfucking blood beads on right here.
The most talked about investigations in the country.
Whoa!
Because Nolan never made it home. His family reported him missing. Hundreds of volunteers and multiple agencies searched for him. Then came the heartbreaking discovery. His body was found near the northwestern tip of Horn Island. Now investigators are trying to determine exactly what happened during those final hours. The family has hired nationally known.
And 88 said, if it was only his friends on the boat, I could see them wrestling, him falling off, then can't save him, panic and leave. That's why I asked if there was a captain driving the boat. No, I think it was just them. I ain't hear nothing about no captain being on a boat. Nicole said they went there to drop him off the boat. That's fucked up. 88 said, Sue. Yeah. Nicole, they ain't go there. That's fucked up. She said they went there to drop him off the boat. Like, the whole point of going there was to get rid of this nigga.
Civil rights attorney Ben Crump. Law enforcement is asking for anyone who was on Horn Island that day to come forward with original videos, photographs, and eyewitness accounts. Meanwhile, social media has exploded with theories. Some believe this was simply a tragic accident, while others believe there are far more questions than answers. Now, before we begin, this case is still under an active investigation status. There's been no manner of death that's been announced. An autopsy has been performed, but officials have said that the complete results, including toxicology, could take weeks. So who was Nolan Wells before he became another headline?
In the water.
He was last seen with a girl named Katie McCormick, but Katie's sister Gracie was like, not so fast. Gracie said Katie had a conversation and assumed that Nolan was getting ready to get on the boat he came out in. Katie made it home because she was on another boat and with different people. Katie was safe because my brother and sister-in-law went and got her. Katie assumed the friends telling him to get on the boat wouldn't have left him. Me and my family have talked, called, and are sending up prayers to bring Nolan home. We have given all the answers we can give to the mom and to the authorities. Now,
this is hot right here. So they saying, nah, he went home with the niggas he came with. As far as we know, he went home with the niggas he came with. Katie was the last person to speak to him. He was with Katie. Remember? He was with Katie last. It's the last person to speak to him. Everybody saying we saw him with Katie. Now Katie's saying he was going back to the boat. They told him, come, we leaving.
I want you to remember that this statement was made, of course, before Nolan was found. So while they were looking for Nolan,
which one? Why?
I was posting on my Instagram page trying to bring awareness. Now, one of his friends reached out to me. Now, I'm going to keep his identity safe for now. He says, you know nothing. I said, about? He says, Nolan. Like, so wrong. I said, so what happened? Stop trying to make it something it's not. I respond, so what was it? If that's your friend, speak up and clear the air.
Right.
He says, with all due respect, I'm not trying to be disrespectful. We don't know a lot about as much as the public does. Those kids didn't do anything. All of them have been friends since God knows when. And Nolan and all the kids, they're all good kids. I said, how did he get separated from his phone? And who is Katie? He responded, Katie is some girl we all don't know that was at the island that day. And his phone was left on the boat because everyone leaves their phone on the boat when out at the island or in the water. That's what I'm thinking. He continues by saying, because he rode out with them. I wasn't out there. I was in Gatlinburg. But I know so many people are turning this into something else, and it hurts bad to see. So I sent this picture and I said, did they look for him? People close by show they continued to party without him. He says they didn't know he was missing until later, until they got back, because Nolan was not riding with them. He was supposed to ride back with someone else, but he never made it back. That's when they realized. Now, there were allegations that Nolan and the friend group had got into an altercation, and here's the video.
Nah, them niggas was turning each other blood. Look, blood beads. This nigga got on white beads. He ain't the big homie yet. He ain't turned. He 550 right now. He ain't turned Suwu yet. He's still in 550. You know what I mean? This nigga right here, he ain't homie yet either. But they was about to jump these niggas in. Something happened. And somehow my nigga Nolan died. I'm jacking that. Now, I'm not really jacking that, but it could be that.
Of the allegation. Now these
he was just trying to bring a little homie home. He was just trying to bring the little homie home. That's it, son.
Two guys were Nolan's friends. On the right, we have Javon Williams, who is his best friend. He's 17. And on the left, we have his friend, Trace Carter. Now, his best friend, Javon, said that he was supposed to be traveling on the same boat as his friend Nolan, but that boat quickly filled up, and Williams rode out on a different boat, but he saw Wells on the island later that day. He believes the last time he saw him was at 4:00 p.m. on that Saturday. Now, he also claims that Wells visited with the girl, and he said he also chatted up with several friends in a crowd. Now, according to Williams, both men left their phones on the boat that Wells rode out on. Williams later retrieved his phone, while Wells's mother found her son's phone through location services. Wells was last seen near the western tip of Horn Island, where the current is strong. Trace Carter talked to Wells before the island trip. Carter told Wells, "Just hit me up when you get back. Just be careful, bro. Watch out for yourself." Wells responded, "I'll hit you up later." So everyone is saying that he was supposed to be on someone else's boat, but whose boat was he supposed to be on, and did the...
Exactly. And why they saying watch out for yourself like that? Like, nigga, if I'm with my mans, I'm with the homies, nigga. Fuck you mean? Like, watch out for myself. That mean y'all suspected some shit. Right? That's how I see it. 88 said, oh, Nicole said more jewels? 18 is legal. 88 is 80. I don't drink. 88 said if it was on the friend's boat, I can see them wrestling. Oh, you said that already. My fault. 44 Unk alert for 44 jewels. You sent that? I need that. Take that. How you sending these? I need to know more about that. I need to do my research. My ChatGPT. That's why I lean to falling off the boat. But friends should know what happened.
Those people know that they were supposed to give him a ride. What happened after...
Oh, this nigga was lit. Look at this nigga. I ain't even peeped this. The friend was drunk. Nigga, he got liquor falling all over himself. He about to spit that shit out. The friend was extra turned.
After everyone separated, how did you still leave with his phone? Those are
chest full of beer.
all questions that investigators are trying
This was the night he about to come home
to answer.
You would think that after Nolan Wells was pronounced unalive and his body was found, his friends would be putting out posts saying, "Rest in peace, oh my God," something. But no, everybody is dead silent. Every last person that
Wyatt, Warren, and what's the other one name?
That was there has deleted their Instagram, their Facebook.
Oh, was one of them niggas named Jax?
Facebook, their social media. Everybody's gone quiet, including the parents, okay, y'all? Including the parents, including a judge, okay, attached to one of those kids. Everybody's going media silent. It only raises questions about this video that was being circulated on the internet with Nolan on the beach. With
88 said, is that true though? Whatever. I'm going to say it again. Whoever doesn't want to take a lie detector test is the one you investigate and charge. Nicole said they could have left him there on purpose because people usually without their phones, especially at that age. Yeah, I feel like at that age you got your phone in your hand 24/7. Even if it's you can't call nobody, you taking pictures and shit, taking videos and all that. Got to show the moment later on when you can post it. How you think you're going to post on the gram about it if you ain't have your phone? And they said maybe they were fighting and they said we're leaving and he's fucked off. I'm saying that could be true. He said fuck off, I'm staying. Could be. Nicole said yes. 88 said is this true? Nicole said I don't think it would have stayed without his phone. 88 said now they deleted them, but they did make an initial post. Well, no service. He could have said take it back. I don't want to lose it. Oh, please, 88. No teenage boy will say that.
those friends, and there's an argument that breaks out, okay? Nolan is standing to the side, and there's a group of other kids looking at him. What was that argument about? Katie also spoke with someone saying that she did not get on the boat with Nolan. She got on a boat with someone else because her friends and family told her to get her ass on. Nolan was supposed to get on a boat with his friends. It never happened. She doesn't know what happened.
While many of the, quote, friends turned their back and deleted their accounts, Javon kept his up. He says, oh boy, where do I even start? Nolan, you were truly a blessing in my life, man. From the day I met you, since we were kids, we just clicked. You always took me under your wing and showed me what a true friendship and brotherhood should be. I'm missing you more than anything, man. You never failed to pick me up if I was feeling down and always put a smile on my face or made me laugh. You were someone that everyone should want to be around because you were such a blessing. I'll cherish our memories forever. I'm extremely grateful to meet someone like you. Our friendship is irreplaceable. I love you so much, man. It hurts me bad knowing I won't be able to speak to you every day, but this isn't a goodbye, brother. This is simply just see you later. I love you, man. Get your rest. I'll do anything to hear your laugh one last time, man. Now that's how you stand up for your friend. Now people from the quote community has been coming to me about how I've been going at this story on Instagram, and I really haven't even said anything, but I wanted to give this lady an audible mention. I get this message from Miss Catherine yesterday. She says, how dare you? You aren't from here to know our culture. Whites, blacks, and Asians are all friends. Obviously, you don't know that writing back with others is very common. These kids are heartbroken, and you are so selfish and uninformed. You are adding to it. Thank you. I respond, you're welcome. There is a child dead, a black child. People are going to ask difficult questions, and no one should be shamed for that. If there is nothing to hide, the facts will...
She ate her ass right up, didn't she? What the girl say? Clock it. Clock it. She ate her ass up with that one. You ain't... What that nigga... who's that nigga that said, you ain't eat a nigga ass like me? I gotta... What's that... Who is it? Who the rapper nigga that said that... What's this? I forget his name. Cannabis.
Welcome. There is a child dead, a black child. People are going to ask difficult questions, and no one should be shamed for that. If there is nothing to hide, the facts will speak for themselves. When people connected to a case delete their social media accounts and retain attorneys, the public is naturally going to have questions. Asking those questions is not an attack on an entire community. We are tired of cases involving black victims being minimized or swept under the rug. Every victim deserves the same level of scrutiny, accountability, and justice. Also, if you're planning to argue with everyone who has an opinion about this case, you're going to need some strong coffee. Extra black. Now, I know you heard Warren's stepmother is a judge. Let's hear from her. She says, our family, along with the community, grieves the loss of Nolan Wells. Our thoughts and prayers are with Nolan's family. Our son, Warren, loved Nolan dearly. Unfortunately, I feel that it is appropriate for our family to dispel some rumors with facts based upon the social media attention that is being diverted away from the Wells family and their loss. Yes, I deactivated my Facebook given the very heightened emotional state of social media right now. I fear for the safety of my child and my children. My husband and I have 6 children, and we covet their privacy. We do not believe it is appropriate for our minor children's photographs to be circulated throughout the internet, presenting potential threats to their safety. I graduated high school with Christine Wells Wansley, who is Nolan's mother. We are from the same community. I have the utmost respect for her and all the Wells family. We mourn the loss of Nolan with them. Our prayers have been and will continue to be with them. My husband and I were not at Horn Island at any point on the 4th of July. No one in our family is trying in any way to impede with the investigation by law enforcement or to otherwise hamper the family and law enforcement's quest for answers. Warren was interviewed.
See how she say I wasn't present. Yeah, your son was though.
By the Jackson County Sheriff's Department and cooperated fully. He saw Nolan last at around 3:00 p.m. on July.
I remember that 88. 88 said, I think last night they said his parents didn't like blacks. They did say that his friends were white. They lived with whites. Yeah, he does. They just showed him with his black friends. They were trying to hide. It's a kid though. Doesn't matter. It's a kid, black or white. Just saying. Just asking. I'm good at searching people on Instagram.
4th. They left around 4:30 p.m. when the boat was taken on water and they had an issue with the bilge pump. Nolan made a decision to stay on the island and return inland later with another group of friends. Yes, I am a judge. I also value transparency. I apologize if anyone was offended that I deleted my social media. There was no nefarious motivation in my deleting my social media. Social media has a lot of positives, but a whole lot of negatives. We live in a world of clickbaiting, sad but true. My family is hopeful that this information will help to redirect the attention to the Wells family, their grief, and their need for our community support. Now, Warren's birth mother allegedly Facebook messaged Bougie Lowdown, and she said this: "Good evening, Mr. Rolldown," but she meant to say Lowdown. "I am Warren's mother, the woman you have been talking about on Facebook and posting pictures of our family. I am here to tell you that we all Nolan," I guess she meant all love Nolan, "and are deeply distraught. Your information is not correct, and I ask you to please stop posting about Warren and our family. My son did not ride with him, nor did he come back with him. The boat that Nolan was supposed to get on is Wyatt's boat. He repeatedly asked Nolan to get on boat at 5 when it was time to leave. Now all of a sudden they
left
saw
at
him at
4:30.
5 o'clock. I thought the stepmama said it was
Right.
3.
I heard
Now
4:30.
these stories don't seem to be matched. The birth mother continues, but Nolan wanted to stay
Remember, they said last time they got him, they got there at 3, left at 4:30. That's what we heard last night.
with the girl, and their boat was parked next to his. He was insistent about staying with this girl. Wyatt asked him several times to please get on the boat, and people heard him. My son loves him and would never in a million years leave him. Warren does not even have a boat. Nolan has been to our house several times, and he is the sweetest friend. We all adore him. Again, when Wyatt asked for him to get on, he said he wanted to stay, and Wyatt's boat started to fill with water. His boat ended up breaking down and was towed in. I don't know this girl that he wanted to stay with. I can just tell you, though, my son had nothing to do with it in any way, shape, or form. As a matter of fact, he was the person that noticed he was missing when they got back to their friend's house and called his mother, the Coast Guard, and the sheriff's office. Warren is very responsible and always is keeping up with everyone else. He was not on the boat. Again, please stop hurting us. My son is beside himself. I've never seen him like this before, and I ask you to please stop the blame.
Has anybody find the girl, killed Katie? What girl is that?
This is not the
Nicole
boy's
said.
fault. Nolan wanted to stay with this girl and was insistent. I asked you to take my picture down off your wall and my son. I brought my other son out there, and I saw my son Warren briefly and took a picture. We were not out there with them longer than like 10 minutes. I don't know how you're trying to link it all together, but
Yeah, because that's how they were speaking on behalf of Katie. Remember, Katie's friend or cousin spoke on her behalf. But Katie not coming out and speaking for whatever reason.
I am just Warren's mom, and I love Nolan very much. He comes to my house several times, and I'm so sad. Please keep this down and look for this on prayers finding him. And then she says, I mean low down, not roll down. Also, I just want to let you know this whole day we've been looking for him. It has been devastating. I don't even know any of this was being said. I had responsible and always is keeping up with everyone else. Now, y'all recall, Katie's sister said,
Right, the sister.
Katie assumed the
Not
quote
cousin.
friends telling him to get on the boat wouldn't have left him. Everyone's wanting to point the finger.
Right, it's too much shit going on right now that Katie just like, yo, I don't want to be in the public because so many people gonna want, like, you know what I mean? It gets like that. I guess we can't blame her, right?
At Katie. Katie's family suspected something, and they went out there to go get her. Now, the big question is, if the boat belonged to Wyatt and his family, how did the phone end up at Warren's house with Warren and his family? Now we'll hear more about the phone, the friend group, and everything else from a girl named Alexis that said she went to school with most of these boys, and Nolan was her friend.
That Nolan was my friend, and that all these like stories going around, like even from like our point of view, because we're getting it different than what the public is seeing because we're at the behind the scenes.
Nicole said the girl needs to be investigated. I'm not mad at that. She might need to be investigated.
They're all trying to change the story. Everybody that was near that boat is trying to defend all their other friends, and every time you talk to a different person, the story is changing.
But is there anything that you can tell us in detail, like that you feel safe saying? I don't want you to say anything that you can't say or don't feel safe saying.
You silly 88. They said, oh, look, a black friend. Why he wasn't pursuing this chick on the island? She probably wasn't there.
Like what?
Well, she probably not a baddie. He liked Katie.
What do you wanna know?
So what exactly happened from you guys' side?
From our side, there was an altercation with a different boat, which had other kids on it, black kids, and there was an altercation. There was a fight. Something happened, and they went back to their respective boats or whatever. And when his best friend was on the other boat, so when he went to go like check up on Nolan and everything after the fight, Nolan's boat was gone, but they had stayed for a couple more hours. And so when they got back to land, they had his phone. So Nolan didn't even have his phone. The phone was at one of the boys' houses, and they didn't want to give it to his parents, and they had to send somebody to go get the phone from his house.
88 said, I think lots of times people put too much on it, and it convolutes the truth and makes it harder to find out the real truth. That's true.
That's why, like, when we checked his location, everybody was like thinking that it wasn't serious because we saw his location and said he was in Ocean Springs, Mississippi, like at his house.
Nicole said they all lying. Why do you think that?
But they wouldn't give his phone back to his parents, and they were seen eating out the next day.
Wow.
And when somebody asked them, like, hey, why aren't you out looking for your friend? They said, y'all already think we did it.
Did what?
Exactly. And then also that night, they were seen at multiple parties when they got back from the island around like 7 o'clock. So they still continued to go out that night, knowing that Nolan wasn't with them and that nobody had seen him.
Sorry, Alexis, quickly. You said there was the altercation that happened on the boat was with other black kids. There were other black people on the island.
There obviously, yes, but
just make sure the lie detector test is done by an unbiased person, and I'll rock with the lie detector test say.
They rode on separate boats. There was supposed to be other black people on the boat with Nolan, but they got told last minute that they couldn't go because there wasn't like enough space. But the story that they keep trying to push out to everybody is that the boat was sinking and taking on water, and they were telling Nolan that he needed to get on the boat, but Nolan wanted to stay back with a girl that he never met, which he wouldn't have done. Because if that was like we're all from the same surrounding areas, she goes to Moss Point, which is like 20 minutes away. Why could you not hang out on land when you got back?
If the boat that you came in was sinking and you knew that.
And so that was like the crazy thing is that they're talking about, oh, the boat was sinking, and he didn't want to get on the boat, and the boat had to get towed back. But if that was the case and he said he wanted to stay there, why did you take his phone back and not leave him on an island without a way
device
to get home?
Apple Pay,
and Alexis,
communication.
I do want to ask you something.
Right? Everything is in your phone. Communication, Apple Pay, whatever. I gotta see the body language too, but that audio was enough evidence for me.
How long were they friends?
They've been friends for a minute. I mean, these people have gone to school together since elementary school.
Oh, I wanted to ask you, can you confirm that all of their social media has been scrubbed? So is it scrubbed or is it deactivated?
Only 2 of them are deactivated, but a couple of them are just private now. But the mom, Judge, she did deactivate hers. So that only 2 of them are actually, so 3 of them, I guess, are deactivated, and then the rest of them.
That shit sound fishy to me. What you mean you deactivated your shit, Judge? How you go in there talking shit, writing posts and all that, but then you deactivate your shits? How that work? How that work, Judge? How the fuck that work? Nah, man. We ain't buying it.
Alexis, I have a question. Based on what you know of the friends, can you shed light on their dynamic? Is Wyatt and Warren closer than, I don't know, the other guys? how does Nolan fit in the group? Is he at the bottom? Is he
At the
I
bottom, what
don't
you mean?
know, like they're
How the hell that ain't how friend groups work. At least not for men. Is he at the bottom? See, that's how women think. Women think like that. Like, I'm at the top of my friend group. What the fuck is that? The fuck does that even mean? We all at the top, man. We all trying to push each other to be the best and be at the top. Because niggas don't have no ulterior motive towards each other if we really friends.
dynamic personally, but like
What's this, 88? Yeah, open a new link. What's this? My nigga. It's my favorite It's my favorite Denzel meme.
My nigga.
they've all played sports together. Wyatt actually went to my school, so he didn't go to the same school as.
Listen, Nicole. It's maybe in certain instances we all got our what we good at. You know what I'm saying? We all got what we good at. So if it's a nigga need to fix his car and we trying to figure out or like where should I go to get my coffee? Like, yo, I'm with the homie and I get a flat or something happen, there might be somebody who would lead us in the right direction because he a car nigga. Like he been, you know what I mean? He gonna know anything to come to cars. It's another nigga who got a whole another nigga will be like, yo, I wanna do an event. Yo, how we gonna make it happen? And one nigga just be like, yo, I'm the planner nigga. I'll plan the event. I'll be the nigga that's gonna make the whole shit happen. Oh, Nicole said, like, the leader would say, let's go to Jamaica, and they will follow. I mean, I guess you could say that, but really it come down to what we all agree to. It ain't gonna be like, yo, let's go to Jamaica. Niggas gonna be like, nah, I heard Jamaica was there. I just went to Jamaica. Let's go. We go on vacation, but let's go. Boom. And then we all gonna debate on it and figure it out. It's not like that. It's really not. That's what she means by dynamic. I'm gonna be honest with you though. That ain't really. I mean, I guess the nigga who be playing this shit the most. Honestly, the nigga who be playing this shit the most type shit or been to the most places because he gonna be like he gonna know where a good homie group trip would go.
The other three kids that were in the picture, and actually the picture that's circulating, Wyatt's not even in that picture.
Ah, okay.
But the person that was to the left of him with the long hair and the black glasses, that's probably who he was the closest with. But the other ones, like, they're just friends that have been together. Like, we've all been at people's parties. Everybody hosts different ones. So, like, we all know each other from each other.
So the blue glasses is who he really doesn't know. I'm looking at the picture now. The people.
No,
with
he
the blue
knows
glasses?
all of them. But if he was, like, to be closer to somebody, it would be the boy that was wearing the black glasses.
Okay.
Strong neck.
Wyatt is the
strong neck. As Nicole said, or a friend group, usually two people closer than others. 88 said, well, to be honest, kids, you usually end up going where your wife wants to be honest.
He was the quarterback for Biloxi.
Now, was this an actual physical altercation that took place on land? Or
somebody did get in a fight and that somebody got hit, but this was on land. It wasn't in the water.
Okay, see, because I've heard and read certain things of, arguments, fighting, and, you never know exactly, but you being a source is nice to know that there was an actual physical altercation.
That's what I also think, because his best friend was on the other boat that had, like, the altercation or whatever. And when the fight and everything happened, they went to their separate boats. They went to their separate boats, and when his best friend said he went back to, like, go check on him and see how he was doing, their boat was gone, and they had stayed for a couple more hours. So if you were you wanted to stay back with this girl or whatever, and you didn't have a ride back, wouldn't you have asked your best friend to ride back with him? And he never saw him the rest of the night. And also, the girl that they said that he stayed back for was the boat literally directly next to them. So how did each side say that they thought they were staying with each other, but nobody saw him?
I mean, with the girl. What happened to her? Like, it's so.
She was the first
confused.
one to go to the police. She was the first one to like say everything. She was speaking up, all this other stuff. But she said she thought that Nolan was with the boys, and the boys said that they thought Nolan was with the girl. But how did neither of y'all say that when the boats were supposedly right next to each other?
Famed civil rights attorney Benjamin Crump joins us now. Ben, thank you so much. First,
they are not accepting that hit.
We saw that whole shit already. What's this? Simple traffic stop turns into 7-hour standoff. I know some folks that spent $20K going to Disneyland. Their kids are like 2 and 4. They won't even enjoy that at that age. $20K is ridiculous. Fuck is you doing that you got to spend $20K to go to Disney World? Come on, man. The fuck?
This sergeant has no idea that he's about to be thrust into one of Ohio.
Simple traffic stop turns into rest in peace to Nolan Wells, man. We switching topics up though. Simple traffic stop turns into 7-hour standoff.
Ohio's most notorious criminal cases.
Go ahead and stop.
Traffic stop.
Hi, puppy. It's okay.
Hi.
Hello. Hi. Sergeant Norwood, London
That ain't no puppy, dog.
Police. 3 that stops. You have 0 taillights in the back of this thing at all.
Oh my God.
There's not a light on it.
I just came from the ER.
Okay.
I poked myself in the eye.
Oh gosh. Do you have an ID? And then I gotta get the temporary plate off the back. I didn't see it.
I sure don't.
You don't have an ID?
No, I sure don't.
You don't know your social?
No, I sure don't. Somebody stole
No, I sure don't. I went to Disney World too. My big bro took me. Shout out to my big brother. He took me. 20K is light. Man, stop talking to me like that. 20K is light. Just to go to Disney, bro. We spent like 6 bands. Maybe more than that. Maybe 10. It wasn't no 20. We went as a family too. So I went twice. I went when I was a kid. I went as a younger kid. My big bro took me when he took his kids. And then as an adult, I went with my whole family and my niece. We took my niece for her 8th birthday. We took my niece for like her 8th birthday or something like that. And Disney World was lit. I don't think we definitely didn't spend 20K. I'm not even gonna sit here and act like that. We never, for sure, didn't spend 20K. We spent maybe 6K.
My social security, my license, everything was in that.
Wow.
It's never happened before.
And it was a great trip.
30 years of marriage.
Who owns the van?
The van is still, 30 days, so nothing's came back.
To get the 30-day, you'd have to have the title and it's signed, right?
Once again, a family of 5 is coming from Canada with a money exchange of 30%. Z math. 7 days. We went for 7 days. Oh, okay. 20K in Canadian, you mean, man? 20K Canadian. That's what you're saying, not 20K US dollar.
Right.
So do you have that with you?
Do we have that in the glove box? I think so.
What's your name, sir?
My name's Ronald.
Ronald?
Taylor.
Cause we flew too, nigga. Y'all flying private. Y'all flying first class. Everybody flying first class. Every single passenger is first class.
YLA.
And then what would be your last address on your ID? So is your ID out of Kentucky or is it Ohio ID?
Kentucky.
Hey, man, what's your name?
Barbara.
Barbara?
Yeah. Taylor.
What's your date of birth, Barbara?
May.
Yep.
19th.
I'm gonna be right back, okay?
Okay.
What's that about, dude? 5, they're taking off. It's Colorado, signal 7, temporary. They're taking off. Head northbound Lafayette.
He thought he was in drive already when he hit the gas the first time.
Got no taillights. Passing Eagleton, 90s. It's a male white driver, female passenger. They stated they just left.
Yeah, but when you say 20K, I'm assuming you mean USD.
The ER. There is a canine in the car. It seemed friendly as a small dog. Pit bull. We left the center and passed in Spring Valley.
Still on 42, just
They looked chill, but they looked annoyed with this nigga.
past old 42.
He was gonna try to get him out the car anyway.
Speed's 81, no traffic. Looks like we're getting on 40.
Yeah, he was gonna ask him to get out the car anyway. What do you think a vacation for 5 would cost going somewhere? What do I think a vacation for 5 would cost? $6, $7K maybe, 6 or $7K, something like that. Not flying first class. You asked me, wow, I said 6-7K. So what do you think a vacation for 5 will cost going somewhere for let's say 7 days? Yeah, I'm thinking like 7K, maybe 8 the most.
The garage stayed on 42.
Are you eastbound or westbound?
We're northbound 42 still, northbound 42. Past the semi on the bridge.
I have you patched with LPD.
We're on 42, getting ready to be at the truck stop. He's on the wrong side of the road. He does have headlights. He just doesn't have tail lights. It was a Colorado Signal 7. I never got it off of it before he took off. Dispatch, if you look up a Ronald Taylor is what his name was, and her name was another.
So, if you chopper, we're going to head your way. Okay. Hold on, you have our aviation en route to you.
Pulling in the TA, over a curb, heading towards the building. We're going to be right at the front of the TA, stopping. You better stop! You better stop!
The dog is not even running with the owner. This ain't their dog. If it was my dog, the dog would have ran with me.
Stay. I'm going to tase you. You're going to get tased. Gun! Gun or something. He got his drop in right now. He's got something in his hand.
He got his drawers, his pants is falling to his knees. This nigga's a weirdo. He got a gun, but his pants is falling to his knees.
Gun! Gun or something. He got his drop in right now. He's got something in his hand. It might be a gun. He's got a gun in his hand. Drop the gun! Drop the gun! Drop the gun!
Nigga ran away with his pants down. The dog thinks they playing. Oh, that dog dumber than a box of rocks.
He's got a gun.
They don't goddamn dog, come with me. If I'm running, your ass need to be running with me. Fuck is you over there going to the op unless you're gonna attack. The fuck?
He's got a gun! Get on the ground! Put it down! He's got a gun! We're in the TA parking lot. White male, no pants on. Heading towards the
white male, no pants on.
In front of the water tower. They're getting in a semi right now. Over here.
Facts. Dogs be dumb as shit. Not all dogs. These dogs that we be seeing on this channel.
Trying to take off in a semi, male and female. They can't figure out how to get the semi and drive. The incoming units were held up here. You see our cars, the drive. We're in the back towards the water tower. Is the semi. They're trying to get it driving. Right there, back up, back up, back up. He's got a gun right there. Good. You say he's got a 40? Yeah, I pulled a gun. Get back, get back, go back.
There's two of them in there. Male's on the driver's side, female's passenger side.
I don't know if... Oh, shit. They gonna try to drive the semi? They was able to turn the lights on. I'm happy I don't feel sick today. Yeah, good. I'm glad you don't, too. But this dog... these niggas was able to turn the lights on. So, 9 times out of 10, the key is in the truck. I guess this is like a work spot. So they leave the key in the truck so whatever worker could jump in there and just get up out of
We
there.
had a truck driver inside or not. They're still trying to steal it. They're revving it up. All right, looks like he just got the air brakes off.
He don't know how to drive it.
Small code 40.
There's a guy and there's 3 people in it now.
Looks like we have a truck driver that is also in the cab with it. Dude, London 515 West Jeff, can you try to get that 7 off that van that's in front of my car? See if we can ID them.
Get out of this semi now.
Right in front of you. He's right there.
Driver, step out of the semi with your hands up.
Try to stop 6 and he takes off.
I got him in mind too up front.
His van's right here to my right, so he may try to go that direction.
Hey, slow down.
Watch yourself, watch yourself.
He's got 40, slow down.
Haley, back up.
Incoming units, be advised, he does have a 40 with him.
I guess.
You're dumb. This will not be covered under your insurance. Nicole says she like animals and 88 be nice to dogs.
He's got that side block, so you have to throw the spikes over there. You got that dumpster for cover.
Haley, once you're ready, get your stop sticks out in case he comes your way.
He's the corner with the headlights on.
Come on, move. What are you doing?
We have a shield in car 1. I don't think he's going to be able to go that way. I think he's going to go this way.
5, 1 is on his way.
Hey, you can keep talking to him on the PA. Try to keep him calm so we can end this peacefully.
Driver, this is the London Police Department. I need you to step out of the semi with your hands up for me.
Everyone out here be aware, it looks like the truck driver may be in the back with him in the orange shirt.
It is later revealed that the truck was occupied by a driver who demanded the couple out of his truck while wielding a hammer. Officers are not yet aware that the male suspect shot the truck driver in the right hand, who is now being held hostage.
I need you to step out of the semi with your hands up.
Dispatch, can you notify the TA? Shelter in place.
Oh, he dangerous and deadly now. He already shot a nigga.
I need you to step out of the semi with your hands up.
I'm gonna go recover my taser.
He got at least 2 stars in GTA.
That's up.
Contact the supervisor. Anybody's in what we got?
We're in a standoff right now.
Signal 7 on the van is out of Colorado. It's 021.
Driver, please shut the semi off and step out and talk to us.
Turn the truck off, driver. Did you hear the sound of my
Yeah, I didn't hear the gunshots. Maybe because they was inside the semi.
voice? Shelter in place.
Oh, whose car's this? It's throwing a shadow on me.
I'll move it. I'll move it.
Whose traffic stops this?
Me.
What do you think about getting stop sticks? I don't know if they're going to do any good.
I don't know either with that. Just depends. If they slow roll over, it may work. If they go fast, it probably won't with what we have.
I was thinking about putting the set underneath the tires now while it's parked, like flank him from the side. But you said he has a gun?
He does.
So we have the driver of the truck in there.
Yep.
The driver of your van.
Yep. The female passenger.
So we have at least 3 occupants.
And it looks like a Warner guy in the orange shirt. We have a hostage situation essentially. If we can work our way around,
Maybe go back behind that fence, those trees. What do you think?
I'm good with it. It's
You're in charge.
I'm good with it.
Cover of darkness.
Yeah, you can.
Chopper 2 West Jeff, we're rolling up right now. We've got OES right there at the PA. Going to the east and then approach from the rear.
Hey, let's go real deep.
Chopper 2 to the ground. Yes. Which bomb tail is it?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in.
It's the 5th one in, right? Yeah.
It is 56 one in. Where's the lights on? Right, we got eyes on it now. Occupied by 3, 2 suspects, 1 hostage.
If he takes off, get ready to chase. We'll let the chopper follow from above. We'll just stay back.
We're making our approach now.
Let's work our way back. We'll find one semi off and work our way beside it. All right, move.
Shoot the tire? Yeah, they should just shoot the tire for precaution.
Move.
Hey, when he approaches your guys' cruisers, watch your start flanking. The other 42. You're gonna take
Be out of there.
all the windows.
Hey, we about to be out of there. I had to fast forward to the action. Fuck it.
From my angle, it doesn't look like anyone's in the driver's seat.
Back here by the van. That van clear.
Affirm. I cleared it. You have binoculars? I don't have any in this car. Dude.
We're moving.
All right,
We're
it's
moving.
moving. It's
Someone's
moving.
got eyes on it. It's moving. He ran right over your sticks.
Oh, he's gonna hit our car. Nope.
Crossfire.
Right through.
Oh, he's gonna hit our car.
Y'all dumbass should have closed the door.
Nope.
Crossfire.
Damn it. Oh, he's gonna hit our car. Nope.
Crossfire.
Damn it.
Out of there. You out of there.
Hey, my cruiser.
Right, Chopper's got the traffic. You're gonna take a turn on to 42 here. 42 towards 70. Continuing on northbound on 42.
Hey, I'll stay with our car, I guess. Under 5 dispatch. Start me at 31 at TA.
Dominic says the hostage driving at gunpoint. I don't even know. He could. That's why he should have shot the tires out.
You can get this car out of here.
Offset over 70. Still northbound on 42. He's passing the gas station. We have one unit behind it. One left and center pass 2 semi still northbound on 42. All the cruisers behind you. Get yourself back to our range. Got eyes on it. And the cruisers behind us start flanking the other roads. We'll keep you advised. It's like a city know we're coming in. Still northbound 42 across State Route 29. Passing left to center. He's passing another semi left to center right now. Taking a right turn on Billeryville. We're coming up to Goodson. There's no traffic coming around the curve right now. Taking the hairpin turn across around Goodson. At the road out there, get your spikes ready, he's coming right at you. Hey, when he approaches your guys' cruisers, watch yourself. He rammed the one already.
Why you going so damn slow? Like, this shit not action packed. Give us some action, nigga.
Still on Goodson eastbound, about 45, 50 miles an hour. Right turn down through the grass around the cruisers, coming up on Taylor Blair Road. He's going to be eastbound. Eastbound on Taylor Blair. He's speeding up a little bit. He's about 55 miles an hour, guys. Going over 70, still on Taylor Blair.
Hey, should we terminate or no?
We're coming back to village now.
Yeah.
He leaves the village to terminate.
Alright.
You got traffic coming at you on Taylor Blair. You know, just so you're aware. You guys give yourself some extra space coming up to that bridge. You may not pit. Going through the bridge right now.
Fit.
Still on Taylor Blair, coming up to Maine. Taylor Blair coming up to 40. It's going to be a right turn to head west. We verified that you have a hostage in the truck right now. London PD, you have 3 occupants. The driver's a hostage. What's your fuel situation? You have good flight time. Right, we've got 2.5 hours left. What do you think about letting the chopper track here and getting some units back off? That's fine. Village Beach option. I agree. Like, having units back off with the plate tracking for a while. Chopper, what's this 39? Westbound on 40. He's coming up to Byerly Road. There it is. That's right out. I mean, he's coming in. Did you find out who's the hostage in the truck, who's the company, and what the GPS tracking? I'll look for him southbound and come back. He slowed way down. He's still westbound, pretty long. He's still full stop at middle 40 feet to westbound. His front tires are pretty much down. He's leaning rubber all over the road. We're rolling in westbound on 40. He's back up. He is now westbound and eastbound. The officer coming eastbound. He'll be head on with you about a half a mile. Watch yourself. So there you go ahead and watch traffic. Cruisers, watch yourself. He's rammed one already.
Who said that? Nigga said he yelling, "Take me to Mexico." My son trying to cross the border. I don't know what state his ass in.
We got 40, 56.
On scene. Traffic stop. Special FE and ST London.
Oh, that fast forward scared me.
We're still westbound in the eastbound lane. Hey, Troop, watch yourself. He's coming right at you.
He rammed me. Oh, shit. All right, stay with it. Okay.
28.25. He just crossed the Route 54, still westbound in the eastbound lane on 4. Oh, that's down here, so let's back off a little bit. Give him a chance to come over if he wants to. He's slowed way down, still westbound and eastbound lane. He's just crossed under 70. 105, I just found a 9 mil around the parking lot where he had fell and my head in contact with him.
You gonna slow us down? You out of gas or something?
Block westbound traffic on 70. Everybody clears up the right side of the road now. He's westbound on 70.
They didn't get to hit him with the spike strips, did they? But they tried to.
It's front right.
They ain't pop.
Officers plan to use stop sticks in the pursuit. However, the suspects thwart their plans with a simple tactic.
Stop him. Not let him do that crossover. We're entering a crossover, heading back eastbound on 70. Eastbound on 70. Unless we get somebody up in front with sticks. Cruiser's watch yourself, he's coming right at you, Getting off on 72. Going. Grab one. Going northbound on 72. 72, coming up to level. Turn your lights off, disengage. We're gonna stop, see where it goes. Let the chopper follow it. Go ahead and back way off. Let them think we stopped.
What did you get me into?
He hit my cruiser.
Another one?
Yeah.
We may be coming to a stop here, or he's gonna flip back around. Back south
my
on
cruiser.
72. Back south on 72.
I think it's a joke.
That's why he's changing directions on this. He could be listening on the scanner app, and we gripped. He slipped around both times right when I set up in front of it.
It's not clear if the suspects were listening to police radio. Regardless, the suspects did not circumvent the next stop stick deployment area. Even after running over two separate stop sticks, the semi is able to keep pushing forward.
There's sticks up here, they got sticks.
They got sticks. Sticks don't appear to be set.
Can we confirm whether or not they got the sticks out? Units behind, they've got the next ramp block as well. They may have another set of sticks out. Another set of sticks out, there should be 2 sets.
I see it. He gonna go around him. Oh, he tried to go around. Now he got hit by one.
Another successful set of sticks there. He took that one with him, but I think they fell off the back.
He got hit by at least one.
Of the tires. Still in the center lane, he's crossing under Turnpike. All the stop sticks are on.
Nigga, 88 said 50 cop cars is 2 hours later. If my man would have been a cop, the rates would have been higher, you know, because he's the best at everything.
Left shoulder.
Oh, yo, the stop sticks work.
There's a bunch of tire debris.
Stop sticks work.
Going straight back toward the cruisers. Have you given Indiana a heads up, just in case? We'll make contact with them now.
Stop sticks work.
Units leave left lane clear, left lane clear. Center lane, he is not exiting right now. We're stopping the center lane. He's cracking the driver's side door. Looks like he shut it again. He cracked it for a second. He's still sitting in the center lane. Both doors and windows are still closed. Once I get like 2 more SRT, we're going to go parallel with the truck and just try and visually make contact. Chopper, how much flight time you have left? About an hour and 15.
Oh, an hour 15, so he's got some time. I don't know why they don't just put a slug through the radiator.
Can't park there.
That would shut the truck down.
I knew that was coming. I should have knew.
That thing, so it can't take off. Nothing but tires.
With us through the window, kind of chicken scratch writing on some notes. He's asking for 3 Cold Mountain Dews and cigarettes.
What? He's asking for what? He's asking for 3 Cold Mountain Dews and cigarettes. Hell nah, this is crackhead activity. Nah, crackhead would ask for a 40.
Cold Mountain Dews and cigarettes. If we're able.
Or a Cobra. Crackhead would have been like, let me get a Cobra. If we able to get some Mountain Dew and some cigarettes.
We get some Mountain Dews and some cigarettes. There's a chance you might let them get on the other side. You want to get a negotiator? Yes, please.
Why do you even need a negotiator? You know what he wants. Like, he's an easy negotiate. He's an easy negotiate. He's like the easiest person to negotiate with. That's all you want. Mountain Dew and some cigs? Got you, nigga.
He wants a box of Marlboros and Mountain Dews. I'm not saying he's going to get them right away, but if we can still work on getting those 2 items, he wasn't too happy with the box that he was given.
Bro, what type of Mountain Dew my boy want? You know they got a lot of flavors now. They got a lot of flavors. Make sure they are cold ones too. Right. My son, he's a recovering alcoholic, so he don't want to revert back to his old ways and drink beer. So he gonna go for the Mountain Dews. Why are they driving that gigantic truck? That's a safety truck. This truck is like a safety truck. Like it can't get hurt. It's bulletproof, bomb-proof, shit like that.
One of those items where at some point, if we can use them to get something, if we at least have them on standby to use at our discretion. Any luck on OIS negotiator? Dayton said they were around. We'll get an ETA. He advised on the phone that he's not going to really talk or do anything until he gets those items. So it just let me know when they're here. We can go from there. He's hung up on me a couple times now. I'll let you know.
Officers have now identified the two suspects as Rodney and Elaine Hillman, a married couple with extensive criminal histories. Investigators also learned that both were wanted on multiple felony warrants, reportedly tied to drug and theft offenses. With that information...
Where the dog at? Dog left back at the old scene.
...in hand, negotiators know...
Because he didn't want to run with them. He could have had a ride. This stupid ass left back there.
...know the stakes are high. The Hellmans may believe they're facing years or potentially the rest of their lives behind bars if apprehended, making the situation even more volatile and unpredictable. With a hostage driver involved, they need to ensure their safety comes first.
We're going to go get fuel, Green County, and we'll be back.
They're trying to stay off the radio because the media is monitoring.
They're just cutting the airlines, keep the brakes engaged.
Hey, Jason, we'll go ahead and cut you loose. Get a search warrant, search the truck. Right. Good morning.
How are you?
Good. You?
Good morning.
Look at this guy.
Oh, look at you.
What's happening? How are you? Good morning.
All right. Need anything else before I head out, Sarge?
I don't think so.
Well, have fun.
Good night.
Probably be here a while.
They'll reach out and get a statement from you at some point.
I was never here.
That's not how it works.
Not how it works.
Get some coffee.
Oh, I just saw that now. Yeah, I can go handle that. Somebody already sold video from PA.
And?
Took place at the PA truck stop. This is video that we received from a clerk there. As you can see, the suspect taking out law enforcement is closely behind.
And donuts.
Around 1 o'clock, as I mentioned.
Yeah, sometimes sugar, you start getting pissed off. I know how much.
At this point, the emergency response unit plans to move forward and breach the truck in an attempt to save the hostage and apprehend the suspects.
I have control. Assault, assault, assault.
They shooting at him? Or they throwing them bomb thingies? Smoke bomb joints? Oh, they got the gun up in that bitch. Where you at?
Hands! Hands!
See your hands!
See your hands!
Oh, they gonna shoot.
Where are your hands? Let me see your hands. I can't see it. Can't see our suspect. Let me see your hands. Everybody, let me see your hands. Let me see your hands. He got a gun. Just pointed at me. Show me your hands. If we don't have anything, we can back up.
You want to gas in there?
If there's nothing, we can back up. You have anything? Nothing? All right,
Got a shot being fired. Watch your crossfire, guys.
Oh, the dog is there? The dog is in there? I'm so confused. Is the dog in there? Or is this police dog?
Shots fired. Shots fired. Sorry, he's coming out, guys. He's coming out.
That's the guy that got jacked.
We got two.
Got
Male and female.
carjacked.
Hostage is out. Alright, we got moving that little bit.
Just
on the
just
passenger seat, taking it back in the sleeper. They're both still alive, moving inside. They're up and down, but they both, every time they come up, they're empty-handed. I do not see her, though. Just watch her.
They in there fucking?
Both hands are empty. He's trying to get a cigarette. Brian, we're going to try to get him out by hand.
Got him.
Get on your stomach! Put your hands behind your back!
Oh, he stole the other guy's pants? That's why the other guy ain't got pants on? Let me see. Is that what it is? He stole the other guy's pants. Did this guy have pants on? that he took out first? Yup, he stole that guy's pants. He stole that guy's pants. That's how he got pants on now. That's crazy.
Get on your stomach!
They almost killed him, yep. She looked like she got shot. And put on the orange shirt. Oh shit, so he changed his whole outfit. He thought that was gonna do something.
After the incident, both suspects and the hostage were brought to the hospital. The hostage was treated for their hand wound and released. Later that day, both suspects were pronounced deceased at the hospital. Each reportedly sustained a single gunshot wound. This officer-involved shooting case was handed over to the Ohio Bureau of Criminal Investigation. In conclusion, the investigation found no charges would be filed, closing the case.
That's crazy. That's crazy, gang. Shit. That's wild. That's wild. We should probably on that though. We should probably on that though. Munchie be on while he returning no jumper. Sneeko just trolled himself into a really bad situation. You know what? It's late. I'm gonna get to bed. I'm gonna go to bed. I gotta get up early for work tomorrow. So let me holler at y'all. I gotta get up early tomorrow. I'm holler at y'all. Both this nasty for the night. Appreciate it for tapping in. Appreciate everybody for tapping in. Yeah, I don't know why the fuck Munchie back, bro. We're gonna get to that tomorrow. How about tomorrow? We're gonna get into some fuck shit topics. Even though we're gonna still follow up on this situation if we get any new facts with Nolan Wells, but we all gonna get to some topics tomorrow. We gotta see what's going on with that.